Here we are. We are live.
Yes, we are.
Let's see who's here and waiting. We have Annie and Melanie and Marty and Bonnie. Hi, everybody.
Hello, hello. And
Happy
Duane
Tuesday.
and Dana.
Duane and Dana. We got to eat first before we jumped on, so that was good. Taco Tuesday, right?
Yes.
I love Taco Tuesday.
Yes,
Anybody
you
else
do.
do Taco Tuesday? Hi, Cosette and Beth. Yes, here we are. Okay, so it's Tuesday, first Tuesday of the month, February the 4th. We have been to Rally since, well, in January we had a lot going on, but we went to Rally. Rally was good. I actually did a little Rally recap, so we won't go through all that again. But hi, Liz and Kelly. Excited to be here, and aren't we?
We're very excited, honey.
I asked him if he wanted to do it, and he said, yeah.
You want me to leave?
You're a good sport. No, I want you here.
Oh.
I like it when you're here because you bring up stuff that I don't think of.
Oh, perfect.
I know. So, housekeeping, I always like to do to just make sure everybody's fully aware of all the different things going on. All consultant training is next week on the 12th. The leaders call is on the 11th. Hi, Liz. How are you? Weekly quick tip trainings. So Connie's doing those on Consultant Corner on Mondays. And the one yesterday, because yesterday was Monday, was on Partying Pays. Did anybody see that? Anybody see that? Next week is going to be Expect Results. Then week 3 is Filling Your Ferris Wheel with Prospects. And week 4 is What a Coffee Chat Is. So that'll be a good one. Actually, they're all good. And then let's see. Oh, okay. So you know what's happening this month?
Valentine's Day.
Well, yes, Valentine's Day. You have to work on Valentine's Day.
Gonna have class.
I know. So much for that.
I know. Thank you.
I know, right? But anyway, so we have the weekly host drawings. PZ homepage is doing the drawings on Fridays at 4. No, hey, Dave, how are you? Hey, Melina. Home and working on getting use of left wrist and hand along with left. Oh, man. I'm just glad you're home. Girl. Ugh, that's scary. Glad you are home. Very glad. So the, okay, so the non-consultant hosts that are settled, that parties are settled by 11 a.m. Central each Friday will each be in a drawing. So you guys all know about that stuff. And then, of course, the consultant drawing is for the designer shoes. Do you know how to say that? Christian?
No.
Christian Louboutin. I just know them as red bottom shoes. That's all I know. But anyway, you can be in the drawing for those by having a $300 or more party settled by the end of the month. And they're giving away 6 pairs.
Wow.
And from what I understand, if you don't want the big high heels, in fact, I think Tom said it on the live, if you don't want the big high heels, they do have other shoes, other options. 10 years ago, I might have been able to wear those big high heels, but I don't think I would want that today. I'm afraid I would fall over.
Can you get
Hey,
hunting
Carlos?
boots? Can you trade them in for hunting boots?
Hunting boots?
Yeah.
Yeah, I doubt Christian Louboutin makes hunting boots, but we will definitely check it out.
You never know. Red bottom hunting boots.
Right. It's snowing in New Mexico. Ah, you poor thing. It was 75 degrees, no, actually almost 80 degrees here today. I mean, come on. It's early February. That's not supposed to happen yet. Not supposed to happen yet. We got our 1099s yesterday in the mail. Actually, they may have come sooner. We don't know when the last time we checked the mail was, but we did get them yesterday. So if you don't have yours yet, you should be getting them soon.
Yes.
Hi, Sean. Callie's here.
Hey, Callie.
Okay. So one of the things that I was going to talk about, hey, Jessica, it's warm in Pittsburgh too. Really? Wow. Yeah, I'm just real surprised. But we're getting a cold front. It's supposed to be like in the 50s tomorrow and feeling like the 30s and then back up again to the 70s at the end of the week. So hello, Angie and Miranda. Hey, you guys. I'm so glad you guys are here. So I was actually talking to, I think it was Melina this morning, and we were talking about the differences between just Pink Zebra as a whole and a year ago, and about how the new consultants coming in have a lot better chance at really being successful because of all of the different things that we have in place now. Sometimes, oh wow, in Wisconsin, because it's usually cold in Wisconsin. Sometimes, well, I know back whenever we first started, there was nothing. We were winging it, like literally winging it. But, and I know sometimes people get in and then they realize maybe their upline is not as helpful as they had hoped that they would be, and that sort of thing. And what's really awesome though is that our consultants now can come in not knowing anything, and there are so many tools that we have available to us, just even since last year, because we have the Pink Zebra Academy, which Connie and her team, I'm not sure if she actually has a team. Does anybody know? Does she just have like one person, or does she even have one person anymore? I don't even know. Poor Connie. 70 in Colorado and 17 yesterday. So there you go. But so anyway, she's done a great job of adding all of the good trainings and relevant information to the PZ Academy. And you can actually go in there and search for stuff, which is really cool if you're like looking for something specific. But I really love that. I mean, to me, that PZ Academy is huge. I'm sure you guys are all using it, but I would absolutely encourage new team members to go there to learn as much as they can, because that's just really a great place to go. And then, of course, we have our Bash Camp stuff that's still in there. It's in PZ Academy, and then Connie's still doing Bash Camp trainings for anybody who's kind of new. So you still need to go through Bash Camp.
What?
And then, of course, she does her lives once a month on the trainings, plus the extra trainings that are happening all throughout, like that's going on right now on Mondays. But she also does her monthly training, and oftentimes she's been bringing in somebody who really excels in a certain area to kind of teach all of us those techniques and tricks and all that kind of stuff. So, and then what else? I like the fact that we are really geared towards, we're focused on any way you want to work your business. If it's a party, if it's party on the go, if it's an event, if it's online, whatever it is, I feel like they're really looking for trainings and providing. What are you doing? You trying to get in the center?
Getting closer.
Because you can see yourself now.
Yeah.
But anyway, I feel like we're really getting some good trainings. And so that just really helps us not have to reinvent the wheel, which is great. And then we can be more of the encouragers and the people that, cheer them on and do all that kind of stuff. I know some of you guys have some amazing ways that you give shout outs to your teams and, put little ribbons and stuff on their pictures and do all that. And that's so awesome. But it helps that we don't have to be so worried about training so much. When we first were doing this, and when I especially first became a leader, I was literally reinventing we were doing it every week, which was, that to me, that was just too much. But we were trying to train every week because it was down to the basics, like even just training people to send out samples to their customers. We had nothing in the back office. So yeah, all this training is amazing. Hey, Amanda. Yeah, even 2 years ago. No, you're right. A year ago, we didn't even have all that we have now. So when I was putting together kind of what we wanted to talk about, I was like, man, we have so much training opportunity for everyone that if somebody wants to do well in this business, they have a lot of different avenues, and there are a lot of things to learn from. So, hey, Hillary, did I already say hi? Hey, Lacey. So be sure that you're, and I even go back and refresh myself. I did the PZ Academy when it first came out. I went through, did the training, and I go back and look at things because, I'll forget like, oh yeah, how did that work again? And I'll go back and look because if you're not doing stuff all the time, like for example, today I had I have a couple of parties going on, and one of the ladies said, you know what, give me a link and I'm going to send it out to some friends that can't be there. And I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't done a link in a while. So, I had to figure that out because if you're not doing it constantly, but now we have all these resources. So it's so much easier to figure it out. I was scared when I started getting a team that I didn't know what I was doing 5 years ago. Now it's so much easier. Yes. Annette says Connie's trainings are excellent. I agree. Hi, Regina and Tracy. So yeah, so take advantage of all of that. And, and as a leader, don't stress yourself out over what can I train. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can go back to, an old training and just, what do you call it? Introduce it again and talk about things like that. Right.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Do you want to say anything?
I think you had a lot of caffeine today.
Why?
You're like 90 miles an hour. I just don't have a chance.
I haven't had any caffeine except for this Diet Dr. Pepper I'm drinking. Hi, Gina.
You just go, girl. You got it.
I'm sorry.
I'm just here.
I really haven't had very much caffeine.
Okay.
Maybe it's just because I want to get through this so I can go sit down and visit with you for a while.
Oh, fantastic. That's what you're wanting to do.
Anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to make sure that everybody is aware that your consultants, your new team members have got so many wonderful options that we did not. He is a mess. I know, Regina. That have so many different. See what happens when you go hiding in a corner like that?
Uh-oh.
There's Bucky. Anyway, so many different options, so much training out there. So when somebody is saying that their upline isn't working with them or that they don't have anybody helping them, we're really here as uplines to encourage and lead by example, of course, but there are so many resources. So, yeah, I don't know who cracks you up, me or Duane, but we're both on a roll tonight, I think. So, okay. So and the other thing I wanted to mention, those little mini soaks, y'all know, I just saw that today. That's another thing. There's so much information all over the place on Facebook, like little announcements that are posted different places that I miss a lot of stuff. And so I'll say something and people are like, yeah, we heard that like a month ago, but I just learned that you can sell the little mini sprayers, that came, what do they come in a?
It was a 6-pack.
6-pack, yeah.
You have to buy them, sell them in a 6-pack?
No, you can sell them into, okay, good. You didn't know either.
From home office, you can buy it?
You can.
And they send them individually?
No, you can buy the 6-pack and then you fill them and turn around and sell them for $6 in the United States and $8 in Canada.
Fantastic.
Right?
So when is home office going to fill them and sell them for $6 for us?
That's not going to happen.
Okay.
Because think about it. They'd have to fill, they'd have to fill them with all the different fragrances and then they'd have to keep that. It's easier just to give them to us and let us fill them. I love it.
How much are you going to charge you to ship that little thing?
I've never seen so much training. I know, right? He did mention it in the video. What?
How much does it cost to ship that little thing?
I don't know. I haven't shipped one yet.
Okay. $4 or $5?
I don't know, maybe. But I'm looking at, local people can buy them, but I'm also looking at, I'm thinking I'm going to use those as like customer gifts, like appreciation thank yous.
Fantastic.
I know. Well, that's just me though.
That is you.
Hi, Mary and Greg, if Greg's with you.
Mary and Greg.
Yeah. So yeah, Tom mentioned it in a video. I write stuff down. I see it later on Facebook. There's just a lot of information and it's all good. I love that there's so much information out there, but anyway, okay. So tonight I wanted to talk about a padded envelope. Yeah. I don't know how much it costs to mail that off, and I don't know if it would leak. It might leak a little bit. I don't know. But yeah, so Annette says it gives you the ability to blend the little mini soaps. So you know how like I've been putting the two together that you're just not real crazy about lately? You keep saying, what is that
two?
smell? It's two that I've mixed together that I really
use the word
like.
smell or odor?
That's not nice.
I think I use the word odor.
That's not, I like it. That's what I plan. Thank you, Gifts. Yeah, I think it's such a great little deal. Okay, so Gina said she shipped one and it was $2.69. Even if you were shipping that as a gift, like as a thank you to somebody, that's a $2.69 thing plus the little sprayer. That's a
So
great.
how much are they for a 6-pack?
I don't know. Does anybody know? I don't know off the top of my head. I'm gonna have to take the videos slow to capture all the specials going on. Yeah, I have done that. I have gone back and then I make sure I compare it to the newsletter that comes out so that I'm not missing anything. Disappointed the Blend Bash doesn't have the recipe card anymore. Ah, I didn't even know that. I'm sure it was told to us and I just missed it somewhere. I didn't realize that we didn't have the recipe cards. I knew we didn't have the little cute little cards, but so it's $6 for a 6-pack? Holy cow, that's cheap. That's awesome. What a deal. $6 for a 6-pack. That answers your question. Cool beans, huh?
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you, whoever answered.
I had a couple of them that answered for you. All right. Well, so tonight I thought what I would talk about, because I have been, okay.
You're just not getting started?
Well, yeah, that was all just housekeeping stuff.
Oh, housekeeping stuff.
Well, you know, stuff that they probably know, but because I miss out on some stuff online,
So we
I
just
thought,
talked about everything you just found out about?
no, but I just want to make sure they knew that these things were happening.
Because you just found out these things were happening?
No, I knew some of it was happening,
Oh.
but there's just a lot of information out there. Don't say that, they'll raise the price, right? Giving them it as a gift. Yeah, see, I love that. That's awesome. Hey, Kara.
You got her just in time to fix it started.
You're
Right.
such a mess. You're a mess. Okay, wait, I lost my train of thought though. I was thinking
You were
of
just
something
fixing to get
else.
started.
No, I know, but I was thinking of something else, and then you oh no, I know what it was. Okay, stop. So we have, okay, so you guys know we had Be the Change early January. Quick, start the car. They don't send them anymore. Oh, okay. So you just found out today. Well, poo. I do like the little recipe cards, but that just means we'll have to like come up with little recipes so we can tell people. Oh, thanks, Gina. So we started the year with Be the Change, and we had Justin Prince that went live and on a Zoom for all of us, and he talked about his the social influencer thing, and so I invested in that, and so I was learning some of that. Well, then at Rally, he brought back the blueprint, you know, the one that was introduced at Reunion, and so of course I hadn't been through that whole thing yet. I'd only been through a couple of weeks. So I decided to go back and start that one again, so that I could actually put some stuff into action. And so what I thought, there were a few things that I got from it that I thought I would share, because a couple of them pertain to me specifically. And I thought, well, if it pertains to me, it probably pertains to somebody else. So Bonnie's asking, where was the ranch? The ranch is in Wharton, Texas. It is literally off the grid. The people are called, they're, what's their last name?
Hick.
No, I cannot believe you just said that.
It's not, what is it?
I just called you a redneck yesterday. I was telling somebody about, and I go, yeah, my husband, well, he's a redneck.
No, hang on, what is it called?
Prodkas.
Prodkas.
Yeah.
Sounds close. Hick.
It's
Prodkas.
But some people may think you're being mean when you say that. That's not a mean term where we're from. Well, it kind of is. It's not nice. Anyway, You're really distracting me with that.
I'm sorry. What?
I can't believe you call them that. They're not Hicks.
They're off grid. Talking about they're off grid.
I know, but they're not Hicks. Okay, they are a little bit. Okay, they are a little bit. Hey, Jessica, Washington. Oh, anyway. Okay, so back to Justin Prince. His training is really, really good. How many, show of hands or of me or whatever, how many people have, right? Rednecks are just the thing. And you're a redneck. Anyway, how many people have done or started at least his Justin Prince's blueprint training? It's a lot of words. How many people? I'm just curious. Anybody?
I'm friends with him on Facebook.
Melina's done it. Jessica's done it. You are friends with him on Facebook, aren't you?
Yeah.
So it's really good, right? Like, this is the one training, and I think it's because he's in direct sales and has been in direct sales for so many years that he knows what he's talking about. It's not Kellyanne, Cosette, yay, Jessica, all of y'all. He's not somebody who did it 20 years ago and then is trying to teach on it. Jessica said, hey, Duane. Gina's done it. Hey, Kelly. So it's very relevant in his world, and so he's able to train on it and really make it kind of come to life for us. So Kara's done some of it. Awesome. Well, I've only done 2. I'm taking 1 per week because I want to really dive into it and then figure out how I can put steps into action kind of before I move on. But you're going to purchase and start as soon as you get your link. Okay, hopefully that'll happen really soon, I hope. But one of the things that I was going to share with you guys tonight, and in fact I blogged about it this week, but was judging people. So there is so many ways that this pertained to me, because I look at there are a lot of people that I have not shared the business opportunity with because I judged that either they would be too busy or, oh no, they're too high up in their profession and things like that. So, I mean, I have prejudged people on that, in that direction, thinking, you know, they're too, I don't want to say they're too far above that, because that's not, but that is kind of how I feel. Like, there's people that have been, you know, huge successes in their careers, and that I would just never in a million years think that they would do this. Well, it dawned on me that had Kelly not had the conversation with me about coming and checking it out, I mean, she didn't hard sell me. She didn't say, you need this. She just said, come see it. And I loved it and wanted to buy some. And she was really smart, because, you know, when I said, well, how do I buy this? Like, I want to buy some. I want to buy some now. And she said, well, the best thing to do would be to just order a kit, and then you can get it all at a discount. So I did it. And y'all, I mean, not that I was some big wig, because by no means am I saying that, like, not at all. But I had a career, and I had a good career. And I mean, I was a national sales manager. So I was a senior national sales, and that had nothing to do with age. That had to do with experience. I have to tell people that all the time. Senior. But seriously, I don't know that I would have ever looked at me as someone to be in direct sales. In fact, I didn't even realize direct sales was a thing. Like, I knew that people did it, but I thought they did it because they liked makeup and they wanted to sell makeup, or they did it because they wanted to have parties and to have their friends over. Or, I mean, I had no idea that it was an actual job. Like, it was a business. So I would have judged myself. I would have never even asked myself. That doesn't really make sense. But anyway, luckily, she did introduce me to it and let me kind of figure it out on my own. And I'll be real honest, you know, I judged even when I was first in it. I remember telling people when they would say, you know, what are you selling? And I'm like, well, I'm selling home fragrance. It's kind of direct sales company. I mean, I would kind of say it under my breath because I was a little bit embarrassed by that. And again, I was judging the industry as a whole. I had total faith in the products. I had total faith in what Tom and Kelly were doing. I had total faith that it was amazing, but I didn't have faith in the direct sales industry. And I didn't have, I certainly would have never, I didn't think to invite people that were already maybe in an established career or anything like that. So I say all that to say that once I started really learning about direct sales and kind of digging in and finding out more, and you're the same way. I don't think you really believe, like when I first joined, you just saw me spending some money and
I had just told, or actually I had just thought you knew better than to put us in the poorhouse.
right.
Like, please don't.
And you know what? And now that you say that, my mother, so I remember it was a few months in and I'd made a couple of decent checks. And I started to be like, this is really something. And my mother, I remember being at dinner and my mom says, you're not going to quit your job for this, are you? And it was just that whole tone. And of course, me at the time was like, oh no, I would never do that. No, are you kidding? No. And so you start getting into it a little more and you learn a little bit more about the profession and the industry as a whole. And now I realize that not only is there huge potential in direct sales, but there's huge opportunity as far as, your whole life is different. The incentives that you don't get those in a lot of the corporate jobs. I didn't. I've told you guys, I booked $2 million in sales at least every year, and I never got a trip. I didn't even get a free stay at other hotels that we owned. Unless I was there on business. It's like, you just don't get the incentives that we get. So anyway, all of that is just to say, be really, really careful. And I have learned to stop judging people because I was huge. I was the worst at it, and shame on me. And now I'm finally to the point where I have so much pride in the direct sales industry. I obviously have pride in Pink Zebra. I've always had pride in Pink Zebra. That's never been an issue, but I have pride in the whole industry as a whole. And after taking this training and realizing, why am I not asking or introducing the business to people that I may think there's no way they would ever do it? Because you know what? What if they would? What if this is exactly what they need in their life? So who am I to judge that, right? Right. Okay. I got to see some of the comments because you guys are going like crazy on the comments. It's not going to let me, is it? No. Okay. I've judged. I am friends with the redneck. I bet. Who was that? I want to know who that was. That was funny. I'm married to a redneck. Oh, y'all are still talking about the rednecks. I think people get scared to share because the companies that have folded, the scarcity is not knowing that people are investing in something that will stick around. That is such a good point. But I also have to say, how many times I used to work for the Wyndham Hotel, and it was owned by Trammell Crow. And I was in it for, I had been transferred to Chicago. I was moving up in the company, transferred to San Antonio, transferred to Florida. And then all of a sudden, Trammell Crow was too old. And in fact, I think he passed away at that point. But none of his kids wanted the business. And so it sold right out from underneath us. And the dynamics of everything changed. There's no guarantee even in the corporate world anymore. So I get that. And I would have been one to say the same exact thing, except in reality, nowadays, you have a job for years and years and years, and all of a sudden they start doing a little bit of cleanup, and they just fire people that have been there forever and have given their entire lives to the company. So I totally get what you're saying, but I also believe nowadays that even that's not a sure. Are we interrupting you?
Oh, honey.
Even that's not a sure thing. So I heard of a lady who didn't offer the opportunity to a mother of 6 as she would have been too busy. She came to find out a few months later she joined under someone else. She found out the lady's daughter had a medical issue and started selling to pay the hospital bills. Oh my goodness. See? Wanda said her hubby was like, another one. Right. I've watched layoff and merges happen. Yeah. I mean, it's everywhere. Even in the military, Jessica says. Denied reenlistment the next. Yeah. I mean, so that's just the thing, is like, we have got to figure out how to really have pride in, not just in Pete and Zebra, because obviously we do, but we need to have a lot of pride in our industry, because if you think about it, there are so many direct sales companies, and there are a lot of them that don't make it. I know, I mean, I have 100% belief that Pete and Zebra will make it. I mean, I know Tom and Kelly's heart. We all do, right? And they love changing lives. This is like a huge thing for them, and it's not just about making money. They have family, a lot of family employed at the home office. I mean, there's a lot of reasons for them to make this work. So if we have a company that's committed, then we should have pride in the direct sales industry and what we're doing. So
even the incentive trip.
Yeah.
This incentive trip is
closing.
what they love doing.
Oh,
it was their thing.
This was their thing. Like
this is what they love.
Yeah. They're actually sharing that with all of us.
Yes.
And that's pretty huge.
Yep.
So yeah, Gina just said that Macy's announced 250 stores closing. I mean, it's crazy. So knowing all of that, and if you take all of that into consideration, we should absolutely go out there with complete pride, with our heads held high, and know that people would be so fortunate to be doing what we're doing. And I know there's still going to be the naysayers, and we've got to figure out how to get past that on their side, except to tell the stories. Hang on. Okay. I'm getting ahead of myself. Do not allow others to rain on your parade. Right. They are real. Absolutely. Duane, you get me for 8 days and 7 nights on the incentive trip.
Who said that?
Jessica Washington. Remember when she was coming and it was like, yeah, that was funny. Awesome.
8 days and 7 nights.
It's going to be so much fun. But anyway, back to, I started to mention stories. I think that all of this is such good timing, because just hearing the direction so far, I mean, at Rally, we got to hear more about Tom and Kelly's story. We kind of got to hear the not so pretty stuff that was going on way back when. And, hearing when we were at the ranch, we talked a lot about our stories and some things that people have been through, and then where they're at now. And I just feel like all of our stories are what is going to build us to be such a strong company. And I think people are, as the year goes by, I think people are they're going to want to know what's happening over there. Like, why are these people all so amazing, and why do they love what they do so much? I mean, it's not just, I know on Facebook, people always show the good stuff, the good side, you don't ever see their backyard and all the dirty, but you know what? It's okay to share some of that, I think. Not negative stuff. I'm not talking negative. I'm talking about your story, where you came from and how you got to where you are. I'm going to use Jessica Washington as an example real quick, because you're here and you're the first thing that pops into my mind. But your story, to share your story with other people along the way, I think will be a beautiful thing, because there will be people that will relate to that 100%, and to see where you are now. And I think that it's just going to all be good. So don't hesitate to share your story, and think about, what is your story? I used to sit here and tell my story, and it was my story, but it was just basically me, falling into this and then figuring out that it was business and moving on. But the truth of the matter is that, I was in a career that I'm not patting myself on the back, but I excelled at it. I had done it for a long, long time, and I was good at what I did, and I wasn't ever getting anything in return except for a paycheck. And this just is like it's such a different such a different world for me. It's such a different world. And all of you guys, like, I tell you guys all the time that I love you, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart, because I've never had anything like this in the 20 plus years that I was doing what I was doing. Never had. I mean, I had my friends, of course, I'm still friends with those people, but it was such a different thing, such a different experience. And then, of course, the income, you have such a good opportunity to earn a good income. So anyway, I'm still struggling with a why. You know what, Kelly, that's great. And that's real. And, sometimes I struggle with where I'm at with my why, because I know what my why is long-term, but it's like, I know that's still a little ways down the road. So I have to kind of break it down into, okay, so what would I like to see happen in my life this next year, over the course of this next year? Like, what would really be amazing to happen in the course of the next year, and then break it down like that. So, maybe making, like, for example, I have a notebook and I have written down all the different things that I would like to have happen in my life. And I mean, it could be a trip that I really want to take. I mean, I want to go to Italy so bad. It's something.
What happened with that?
Nothing. We're not doing it this year because Nicole's getting married. We're not doing that this year,
Oh.
but maybe next year. But it's in my brain. It's what I think about. Paying off any debts, being able to retire Duane. Those are all things that I want to eventually happen. But I had to really write down, okay, so what can I see happening? What can I see happening in the next year that could make a difference in my life and other people's lives around me? And maybe that's what you could do, Kelly, is think about what makes you tick. Is it?
Hey, let's get back to retiring Duane.
We will, honey. We will.
For real?
Yeah. Once I got to get to presidential director,
huh.
And then I think we can do it. So, Bonnie worked at a hospital for 30 years and got a turkey or ham for Christmas. Okay. Right. I 1 year, I'll never forget this. We used to get a turkey every year as well. Okay, we got a turkey. I used to
get a gift card. We don't get that no more.
I know. It's so sad. But 1 year they ran out of turkeys. And so they said to people like me, well, since you're in upper management, you're okay without getting a turkey, right? And of course I was like, of course, give it to somebody who needs it. But at the same time, I'm like, really? Like, nothing.
Upper management? I should get it.
Well, no, because people needed it. But anyway, yeah, see, Melina says, we're working on it, Duane. But yeah, you're so right. I mean, people don't. I was with the last company I was with, Landry's, for over 10 years. And y'all, I didn't even get a flipping watch at my 10-year anniversary. In fact, I had to remind them that I'd been with the company for 10 years. So it's like, you gotta be kidding me right now.
I'm gonna remind my boss when I hit 20, since they missed the watch.
Right. But that's just it. And the cool thing is, and I know people sometimes they get their feelings hurt because they don't feel like they're being recognized enough here. But all we have to do, I mean, if we don't feel like we're getting recognized, is just tell somebody, hey, I had an awesome party last night and it was over $500. And then all of a sudden everybody's like, oh my God, that's awesome. You did so great. I could have said, I just sold a $200,000 contract for this oil and gas company to come, and they'd be like, cool, what do you got on the books for next month? I'm like, I mean, seriously, that's how it was. It was that my general manager one time said, you're only as good as your last, what was it? You're only as good as your next deal. So it's like, doesn't even matter what you did. We're always looking forward. So just makes me crazy. She got $500 for 30 years of service. Oh, Bonnie, that's just not right. And Miranda got a plaque and a check that they taxed you on at 30%. Isn't that the truth? Oh my God. That was I would get a bonus each year. But of course they made it to where they changed it to where it wasn't just based on my individual sales. It was like the whole entire hotel chain, the whole entire hotel group had to exceed goals for any of us to get a bonus. But I know, whatever. It was so frustrating. But I got taxed on it at 30% too. You're so right. So anyway, I say all of that just to say that we are in such an awesome industry. And I mean, I think we should absolutely have pride in what we do, and we should absolutely share it with other people that we know would be good at this. And that's one of the ways that I wrote down. And I want to be able to say, and I used to say this to people, but it was different. I was still judging. Now I want to say it to somebody. I just want to say, you would be so good at what I do. Like, you would absolutely love this business. And then let them say, oh, no, I'm not interested. Or, really, you think I'd be good at that? And then go from there. So anyway.
I tell the guys to work all the time.
Well, I know you do, but you kind of drill it home. You make them feel bad is what you do. Yeah, I'm on the new deer lease because,
Yep.
Yeah. Instead, they just, Anyway, it's funny. They are providing us, yes, you're right, Regina. They're providing us all a way to empower ourselves to be successful. It's exactly right. This company absolutely does that. And, we talked about last year was a bumpy year, but man, this year is going to be, Miranda just said it for me. This year's going to be amazing.
Yes, it is.
It's already started off that way. And I feel it. I just really feel it.
This could be the year, honey.
This is the year. This is going to be a great year. So anyway, don't judge people and ask people, talk to them. The other side of that is that if somebody says, well, tell me a little bit about your company, don't just start like rattling off 100,000 things, because then they'll lose interest really quick. But instead, ask them questions. Ask them, well, tell me what you know about it. Do you know anything about it? Get them to talk. People like to hear themselves talk.
Yes, you do.
I know. As soon as I said that, I thought, here I am going live and I'm talking. I do not like to hear myself talk, just for the record. Otherwise, I would go live a lot more often.
More than you do?
I don't go live that often.
Okay.
I probably should go live more. I'm not interested for 4 years. Oh, well, Kara, you weren't dumb. You weren't dumb. But you just didn't know, right? We just didn't know. We didn't know. Oh, Miranda, I love you. You're awesome. Tell them about the boat you're going to get to pull behind that. Right, exactly. The bar is raised high. You're absolutely right. The bar is raised high, but I mean, it's awesome. And it's open for anyone, regardless of what they want out of it. If somebody just needs $300 a month so they can send their kid to dance classes, I mean, they can do that. I mean, how cool is that? You can't go find a job and say, okay, well, I'm only going to work 4 hours a week, but here's what I need to make. I mean, it really doesn't happen that way, right? You've come a long way. You used to be super shy. I remember when I met you at the second, our boat was kick butt. Oh, I was kind of shy. You're talking about me, right? Or him. He's always been really shy. But I was kind of shy, especially to this group, because I really didn't know. Like, I didn't know what I was in for, because I was comfortable in that other world. But our boat was kick butt.
Hang on a second.
I know yours
Stop,
won.
Stop.
His
What year
won.
was that? Second year?
Yeah. Second reunion in Florida. His boat won. That was so fun.
Yes.
That's right. Yeah, brag on the incentive trips. Absolutely. Yeah, I think I was probably really super shy, and I was a little uncomfortable because I didn't know where I fit in, if that makes sense. Like, what am I doing? So, and I think that's probably a lot of people do that right at first, when you're in something new. And I know we have new consultants that come in and they're afraid to ask questions. And I mean, we just need to encourage them to ask questions. We'll point you in the right direction. We'll encourage you. We'll give you, the feedback and the support. But there's so much information out there. I get excited.
We do.
Okay, so let's see. We came in second. Yeah, we did. I still have the video. I still have the video.
We beat y'all.
You beat us. Yeah, we came in second.
Well,
I can't say we. I walked up to the group and I said, okay, who here knows anything about boats? And Jessica goes, well,
she knows a little bit. She came in second.
She knows a lot about boats. That was so awesome.
Yeah,
That was so awesome. Miranda's shy. Are you shy? That's awesome. Well, we bring it out in people, I think, after a while. We're an awesome company, I feel like. So okay, so let's see. I talked about not going on and on. Be sure to ask questions. Well, I kind of got on my little roll because it's all about that judging. I mean, the rest of my notes are all stuff that I kind of already talked about. Yeah, I talked about stories already. I talked about all that because I got all excited. So I'm through week 2 of that blueprint training, and I have started week 3. But like I said, I'm trying to just go 1 week at a time because I don't want to overdo it. I did go, you won't be shy anymore. I know, right? No, Miranda Rosenberg is the one that's a little bit shy, not Miranda Rombau. Rombau, did I say that right? No, Miranda, the other Miranda is not, you're not shy, girl. You're hilarious. You're so much fun. Hardest part is I'm super shy. Aw. Well, it's okay. You just need to come hang out with all of us and you won't be shy anymore. Well, you might be shy, but not around us. You won't be.
You won't be shy on an incentive trip.
Well, right. Or reunion. The key is, though, when you're at these things is to, like, if you see us and, I mean, come say hi and introduce yourself and we will wrap you right in. Because, I mean, yeah, we love it. We love all that. What was I going to say? I was going to say something about, okay, so I did do the social media influencer training that he offered. I did run through that whole thing in one sitting, and it was really, really good. And I took a lot of notes, but then that's when I decided I want to go back and really do, because I want to put stuff into action. So I'm having a party tomorrow night, and I've got some people that are coming to this that I've always said they would never do this because they've got either their own thing or they've got whatever. And I'm like, but they are really, like, a couple of them are really good. And I don't know if they're doing really well in what they're doing. I don't know if they would want another side gig. I mean, I have no idea. So I'm just gonna, I'm gonna ask, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna just do it. I'm gonna make it happen. Yes. My crazy level totally depends on who I'm with. Me too. Totally, Kara. And Jessica says, seek her out too. She'll give you a big old hug. So, see, we're a great group. I love this group. So, anyway, does anybody have anything that you want to touch on or shout out or anything that you're super happy about or excited about? The new catalog is amazing. I'm loving the catalog.
Oh, yeah?
I'm loving the catalog. The wall hugs, all of it.
Fantastic. I haven't even seen the catalog.
Well, whose fault is that?
You still have them?
No, they're in that drawer. They're in that cabinet over there. You need to take some to those guys that you work with.
Yes, I do.
I think you do. I think you do.
Yes, I do.
It's a Miranda thing. Oh, I loved the stand-up. Yes. That was so cool when we were shouting all that out. I mean, I literally got a lump in my throat at one point. It was so good. Jessica started 6 parties and a fundraiser. You go, girl. Oh, Miranda, you're so
fundraiser.
Fun.
We saw a fundraiser?
No, she does. She's doing her own thing.
Oh.
We ought to get you to go live with us one time and talk about how you do your fundraisers. Scent Flirt for February was great. Yes. I have a few customers that get it, and they loved all the different scents. They thought that was so generous because there were quite a few in there.
We got ours?
Uh-huh. That's the thing that's downstairs. Well, you really pay attention, don't you?
When did we get them?
I got it like last week.
Oh.
Yeah. We have a wall hug. I love the wall hug. I need to know more about these fundraisers. We're going to have to chat. I would love that. I love y'all. Oh, even if you don't know me, Duane. That's from Bonnie.
Bonnie who?
We love you, Bonnie. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. All right, well, she notified home office. Wait, You got 2. Oh, you mean scent flirts. I thought you meant you notified home office about him not knowing who you were. Catalog and a $5 coupon. And then about, what was it, 8 different scents. That was pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah, there was a lot in there. I have it sitting out for my party to make sure I ask if anybody wants to be getting scent flirt every month.
Huh.
So, yeah, I mean, think about it. We have so much. I mean, we've got the scent flirt. We've got the Club Pink or Paisley's Pick, which we can put samples together for and send out to people. Gosh, we got the wall hugs now. We got the new catalog. We just have so much, and the trainings and there's just so much going on. It's really good. Got a good vibe going. I'm loving it. So one of the scent flirts is one of the scent flirts mine. Oh no. Are you really still waiting on December? We got to get that figured out. Now let's chat. Let's chat later, because I did see, I think you copied me on that email. I need to figure that out. Took some pics of loot scattered. A long way since last year when I joined. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, that's what we were saying today. It's like just 1 year ago was so much different and such a different vibe. I mean, a lot can happen in a year, and this is going to be a good year. It's going to be good. Lucky stop. So,
People, you don't talk to them.
what are you doing?
I don't know. It just popped up.
Playing with your phone. Okay.
I might be missing
The specials.
emails.
Oh yeah. Did anybody order any of the fragrance, the ones that are inspired by the fragrances?
We did, right?
I did, because that one is the Lancome that you bought me for Christmas.
I know.
It's the La Vie es Belle. I don't know how you say it.
Right.
He bought me this perfume and lotion for Christmas, and so I was all excited. I was actually hoping I'd have them before tomorrow night so I could show them at the party and try to get people, because I think they would buy that. And
Yeah.
I also there was one that was kind of I think it had sandalwood, not the one with vetiver in it, but the other one. I got one of those so that I could show it to people.
Fantastic.
Okay, awesome. One of each. Yeah, perfect. I need to talk to you about my team member who won the kit at last October's rally. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's talk about that. Okay. All right. Well, y'all have anything else before we sign off?
I think I'm good.
Are you good? You got it all figured out?
No, but that's what the training's for.
Good answer. Good answer.
Thank you very much.
Are you going to promote this year?
Thank you very much.
Are you going to promote?
Yes, I'm gonna promote.
You need to.
Why? What's next? Senior. Let's see.
No, you need to just jump
I'm at-
right on to director.
Oh heck yeah.
Don't you think? I think you should be a director. I want to see you get your boots.
Really?
Okay. Yeah, he is tired. He is tired.
I want to go
To the ranch. I know you do. You got to be a director.
Like I can't go because I have to work.
Whatever. I'll talk to your boss.
No, he needs me too bad.
Okay. Well, we're going to call it a night. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Miranda said, Duane, you're awesome.
Yes, I am. Thank you.
So funny. He needs boots and a tiara. There you go.
Maybe
Maybe they give him a cowboy hat. Boots and a cowboy hat.
That's an idea.
Yeah. Tom would be all over that. He likes cowboy hats.
Yes, he does.
Yeah. He wants them boots, but he won't join. Oh, that's funny. All right. Well, you guys, I hope it was helpful a little bit. I know I kind of get on my little soapbox sometimes, but
You're
I'm just super passionate about what's happening.
Sure are, baby.
And just the opportunity that we all have in front of us. So
Yep.
yeah. My son is texting me too. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and call it a night. You guys have a great one. Have a great month. I'm sure we'll chat in between. But yeah, watch the replay. Anyway, that's it. We're gonna sign off. Say bye,
Yep.
Duane.
Bye, Duane.
See
See y'all.
y'all.